And as ICE increases its presence in Maine, frustration is growing among some community members.
That's leading to a protest happening tonight in downtown Portland. News Center Maine's Alex Haskell is there live for us tonight. Hi, Alex.
Hey, Amanda and Brian. Yeah, the protest is just getting underway right now at 5 o'clock. You might be able to see the big crowd behind me. I would say there's well over 200 people here now. We have some folks playing music, and we actually had folks kind of surrounding us here a few moments ago, but things seem to have shifted that way across Monument Square. I assume that there is some podium or microphone set up and there will be some speeches taking place. Now, this of course is not the first anti-ICE protest that we've seen here in Maine. On January 8th, it was kind of like the first protest that we've seen of this kind. That was around the anticipation of ICE. We heard from the Lewiston mayor, the Portland mayor around that time that they had thought that ICE would be increasing its presence here around the state. And of course, now we are seeing that ICE has increased its presence, and folks are of course pretty upset about this. So we are going to follow this throughout the evening, and we'll be back in the next half hour with a little bit more on this protest. Guys, back to you.
Hey, Alex. And so there was a group of lawyers protesting earlier to really raise awareness about legal representation here in Maine. The Department of Homeland Security says it has detained 100 people in Maine for immigration violations since the beginning of the week. And since that started, this group of lawyers says they've been working to get a lot of detainees who they believe were unlawfully arrested out of jail. Civil rights lawyer David Weber says if you or someone you know is detained, a lawyer can submit a filing to get them released, but he says acting quickly is critical to being able to do that.
There's lots of lawyers that are volunteering to help. They're filing these habeas petitions with federal judges, and we're winning. So we have to do it quickly, because if ICE gets you out of Maine before we file the paperwork, then the judge can't do anything. So it's important to be quick about it, but we are winning those cases against ICE.
Weber says you can access a lot of this legal advice through the Maine ACLU or Maine's Immigration Legal Advocacy Project.
Pearl, thank you. By the way, while we have you, you also learned about recently a big move of detainees here in Maine. So what are you learning about that?
Yeah, Brian. So Sheriff Kevin Joyce last night held a press conference. And after that press conference, where he questioned a lot of ICE's tactics, ICE pulled all of its detainees out of the Cumberland County Jail. So I heard from Joyce directly tonight, and he said it was 50 people removed total, but he does not know exactly where they were taken to. He says all he knows is that someone from ICE called one of his sergeants last night and warned them to start getting the detainees ready because they were coming to pick them up. Ryan and Amanda.